So I'm live now and I'm gonna be waiting for you guys to connect. Well, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Please let me know how you can hear me because I'm in the AirPods, so I'm not sure if the connection is good. Just put some plus or something. Konstantin, can you tell me if you can hear me well? Yeah, just give me some sign that you can hear me well, and we're gonna start the session. Olечка, hello. Привет, Konstantin. Everyone, hello. Let us just wait for, I guess, couple of, I wouldn't say minutes, just a minute for the people to see me. Okay, perfect. So I see pluses that you can hear me well. Definitely you can see me well. It's been a long time. I didn't go live, and I'm kind of missing you all. Today is a very interesting session, which is about energy cord cutting, and I'm gonna be showing you a presentation here, so it will be really clear for you. So the minutes of saying hi to everyone. Okay, so basically people will be joining one by one, I think. So I think it's a good time to start. This session is going to be for 30 minutes, no longer, because I'm fully booked in with my personal and private sessions and also online course. So let me start a little bit here. So I will be just changing the slides, so you would see me changing the slides, and probably I will be a little bit at the background in the presentation, so let us check. So let me see if I have to still leave the comments here, because hi Tamer, hi everyone, please join. So the session, I will switch off the comments here for you to see the presentation, because it's going up and down, so for you to be more clear on that. So I will turn off commenting at the moment. Yeah, so we'll turn off commenting at the moment, and then in the end there will be a Q&A session, because there are lots of questions all the time that people ask me about the energy cord cutting and the sessions that I do on the monthly basis. So I decided to go live and explain what is energy cord cutting. So basically, let's go to agenda. There's going to be an agenda definitely for you to know what I'm going to be talking about, and if this is something that might not be interesting for you, just switch to the other session or start doing your own things, because I don't want you to spend time on something that is not important for you, or you are not yet connected to it. However, this is a very interesting session. So let's go to the agenda. First of all, I will tell you about who I am for sure, because some of you are very new on my page. Some of you know me for ages, since the time when I was in corporate. Some of you know me as an athlete, some of you as a yoga teacher, and etc. So why am I talking about energy here, and who am I, right? Why do I have the right to talk about energy and do the practices in general? So how does the energy, we're going to discuss how does the energy connection happen between people, you and me, and other beings like animals and nature and etc. So everything about the energy. What is an energy cord cutting? The main thing, like, people are asking, so what is this, like, what is the energy cord cutting? I will be explaining in details for you to get an idea. And if you are not connected to any energy practices or a newbie here, it will be still very exciting for you to listen to this topic, and maybe some things will click in your deep inside to look into the topic of the energy and connection between people. So who needs this? Who needs energy cord cutting? How can this practice help you? This is very important, because there are so many practices outside, and different chakra balancing, healing, and you can hear a lot, and all of them definitely they work on some specific levels applicable to a person. So it's very important to understand how it can help you. Why do you need to do this? Or maybe you don't have to do this. It's your decisions, for sure. It's only yours. But again, it's very interesting to see how we're connected, and from time to time do this practice. When is the best time for the energy cord cut? And I have a lot of questions that people are asking me. So what is the best time? What is the best time? Because some people are doing it in different time of the months, and I have the answer to that as well. And then we will go to Q&A. If you have any questions at the end, you will definitely be able to ask me those questions, right? So this is the agenda, and you can see I chose this interesting picture with men and women. For me, it's on the right side. For you, probably it's maybe on the left side, but you would see that like little connections and like white aura around a woman and a man standing and looking towards each other. And definitely you would see the energy centers here. So we're all connected through energy, and the ultimate goal of each and every person, it's an unconditional love. So that's why it's an exciting topic to talk about. Then let's go to the topic about who I am. The next slide, I really love it. I prepare it intentionally. So who am I? Basically, you would see that sexy picture and etc. And then when I say when I talk to people and I tell them like I'm a healer, and they look at me like, oh, seriously, you're a healer, but you kind of live a good life, you wear branded clothes, you go to best resorts, you look super sexy, how come you're a healer? That's not possible. You're probably doing something else, apart from yoga, maybe some business aside or something. No, actually, we are modern healers. That's what I say, modern shamans. We look typically like other people, and to be very clear on that topic, anyone can be a healer. We are all we all have this ability to heal ourselves, first of all, to heal others. Some people are more powerful, they are born with it, more open powers, and some they just need to develop them. That's it. So I saw on my life path, I was totally a simple person. Totally, I am very simple now, and I never thought that life would bring me to the stage where I would say I'm a healer and I can heal people. And for me, if you told me this, I guess 3 to 4 years ago, I would be laughing. I said, you must be joking. So I want to tell you a little bit briefly, because it's a 30-minute session, about my path. My awakening happened 2.5 years ago when I was in Bali. So 7 years I was practicing yoga, and I wasn't into energy healing, spiritual practices, nothing at all. For me, it was just a physical practice on the yoga mat. I was fighting my lower back pain and scoliosis, and I had insomnia. I was falling apart. A young woman was falling apart. I was depressed, and I wasn't myself at all. So I started yoga just to keep myself together. That's it. There was nothing, no intention to be a healer or to be a yoga teacher or feminine embodiment coach. Totally not. I was in a corporate life 8 years ago, and my life was so different. So my awakening happened when I was in a yoga teacher training in Bali, and it happened really unexpectedly. I was in the meditation. There was a lot of cleansing practices, cleansing energy cleansing practices. Plus we were eating a healthy vegan food, not even vegetarian, but a vegan food. We had a chef cooking for us. So imagine Bali, this vibe, yoga every day, energy practices, and etc. So we went to one of the healing centers, and there we were meditating. And I felt that my body is shaking, and at that time when we were in Bali, it was at the time of the earthquakes. So I thought that you could really feel that. So I thought that maybe it's an earthquake coming, and I'm like, I'm not mental. How can my body shake? So at that moment, when people who know what is awakening, they watch me now, they understand how it works. But I was totally newbie. No one explained to me what is awakening at all. So when my body started, unfolding, shaking, and it was crazy, as if somebody is lifting me from the ground, I was scared. I was literally scared. I freaked out. And my teacher was looking at me. I said, what's happening? I couldn't even stop shaking. So I stood up, and I thought that maybe I will come down, and nothing happened, I didn't come down. My body was still shaking like crazy. And I asked her, she's a Buddhist. She's a Buddhist monk. So what's happening? Explain to me. She said, you will understand it in the right time, and you will find your teacher, your guru, who will be next to you. And believe me, the big future is in front of you if you're gonna use these powers. For me, it was insane. I was like, she's crazy. This is something crazy. The Bali vibe, this training, the earthquakes, probably something is wrong with my body. And since then, I started meeting teachers who came to me with different trainings, different courses, and telling me about energy, about healing, about aura, about chakra cleansing, balancing, essential oils, healing stones, everything, So the bigger picture appeared in front of my eyes. And one of my teachers, he told me, you have to become a healer. And I'm like, no, I don't want this. I totally don't want this. I'm not capable. I'm a simple human being. I'm a fancy sassy girl. I don't connect myself to be a healer. Said it doesn't matter, you shouldn't look like monks. There are so many modern shamans, they live between us. And if you want to go through this path, higher spirits will guide you. So that's how my spiritual journey started, from the awakening in Bali. And then I started from healing myself, because you cannot be a healer unless you are healed. And I'm still healing through a lot of things. If something goes perfect in my life, then the other things are not. So we're never perfect. And then I started, I got this feminine embodiment training where we went through the energy cord cutting. For me, it was something new, but I wanted to get rid, I would say not get rid, but cut off the emotions and sadness from my previous relationships. And I couldn't understand how would I do it, so this was really helpful. I felt lighter, I felt emotionally free, and I started meeting new people, not only men but also women. So I will talk about later on in the slides. And that's how, I felt like, wow, I got certified, and I started doing the women's circle. So the first women's circle with the energy cord cutting practices was 1 year, 7 months ago exactly. So from that time, every month during the full moon, I'm doing at least one public session open for women. And I do private sessions both for men and women. So imagine how many energy cord cutting practices I conducted by now. And every time the circles are so different. So the circles here in the UAE are happening in the Arabian desert, and you're so welcome to join. This energy cord cutting, you can consider it as an energy cleansing practices and balancing of your chakras. So now we will go deeper into understanding why should we cut those connections. Why exactly? Okay, we're always in contact with someone, but why do we need to release this energy from other people around and bring it back to ourselves? So let's go to the next slide. You see here on this slide is who am I? And I will repeat for those who are joining. This is me, and yes, I'm a healer, and I'm a modern shaman, and I'm a feminine embodiment coach, and I'm still super cool and sassy. So these people are around us. So how does energy connection happen? So see, everything around us has an energy. I will show you. This cup has an energy, it vibrates. I have my candle always with me on the sessions. I'm just not showing it. It also has vibration. You know, me, I'm vibrating. You are vibrating from that side of the screen. So all of us, my fish has vibration. So we are all energy beings, and we connect energetically. So on the next slide, let me show you. See how we are connected. So these are two people sitting in front of each other, and you would see the connections here through the sky and through the earth. Just don't pay attention to it now, we're not going that deep, but we are connected on the energy levels through the chakras. We have 7 chakras, 6 in the body, 7 out of the body. Actually, we have more. We have 72,000 energy centers. Imagine 72,000 energy centers. But for people not to get confused and etc., in yoga we identify 7 centers. In Tao practices, these are like 3 major centers, and it's a lot of meridians and etc. So how do we get connected to each other? First of all, through a relationship. When we're going to a relationship, of course, we spend a lot of time together, and sometimes you can see that people who spend a lot of time together, they even talk in the same way. They might smile in the same way after some time, right? They might crack jokes in the same way. They have the same habits, you know, so they become kind of one. You're still 2 separate people, but you're so connected through the aura and energy centers and your energy shields that you become like one. Then through the conversation, when you speak to a person, so now when I'm speaking to you guys, we are having we're connected energetically, so we are having energy connections. I might not see you, definitely I don't see you, you see me, but I'm connected to you. I feel the vibe. So this is also, that's how, one of the ways how we build energy connection, through the touch. If you touch someone, especially through the touch, so the touch works really in a powerful way. So when you touch someone, whether it's your friend, your partner, your kid, you know, you already I wanted to say implement, you are already energetically connected through the kiss. One of the biggest connections is through the kiss, through the hug, through the eye contact. Imagine you can have an energy connection, like really strong bonds through the eye contact. Energy connections happens at your work, with your co-workers. It's not just your lover, your partner, your husband or your wife, not at all. Through your hobbies, when you meet people, so through social media, even when you look at someone, for example, those profiles with high profiles with 1 million followers and above, or you know, even less, you're still looking into this person. You either love him or her, or you hate him or her, and it's still an energy connection. If you keep looking into this person's profiles, you're already energetically connected. So anything you do with people, and anything you do with animals, anything you do with the surroundings, even in the place, you can be energetically connected to your house, or remember the place where you were born. It's one of the strongest energy connections. So that's how we interact with each other, bringing these bonds. And you can be connected, let's say, on different levels. Let's say on a heart level, if you were in love with someone deeply and you cannot release this love, and you feel like every time you come back to this person, you feel kind of pain in the chest, or you know, sad moments or memories come in, you can be connected on the 2nd chakra. So this is a sexual connection. If, for example, we are all grown up here, right? So I can talk really freely. I hope Instagram will not block me. If you were super connected on the sexual level with someone, like really having, for example, a great sex, and you know, you are not together and you're still thinking about that person, so this is also an energy connection. And if you're not with this person no more, you have to cut it off to meet someone else, because this is an obsession, right? So that's how we are connected. And this is a very nice slide. Next slide. I took it from the from one of the famous magazines. People can draw energy from other people same way plants do. I will not explain now exactly how the plants drag the energy from each other, because there was an experiment, but it's an interesting thing that it was scientifically proven that flowers, I have cactus, you know, it doesn't really drain energy. It brings money actually, but when one flower is dying and standing next to the other which is blooming, you know, it's full of energy and etc. So if this flower, my cactus, which is a long lasting, I call him, it is going to be out of the water for a long time, it can actually drag the energy from the other flower and get balanced. So the same are people, you know, sometimes you communicate with a person and you feel, oh my god, I'm so energetic, I'm full of energy, I want to conquer the world, I love the vibe of this person. My cat is coming, so probably she might disturb us, not really sure, Tifa. So she's coming for my energy, you know, every time I'm going live, she's here because she feels the energy, the vibration. I share the vibration with her. So people the same, whenever the person is positive, they always come for your energy. Let's say a lot of people, I hear that all the time, and my clients as well hear it all the time after the sessions, like, I'm so in love with your energy is so great, you know, I just want to do some projects with you because I really enjoy your energy, your vibe and etc. Why? Because they feel the vibration from the person, positive vibes. But some people can be energy vampires. Use Tifa, 1 second, sorry. Yeah, energy vampires. So they you come to them and they always nag, they always complain, they always have some problems, they always sad, they always sick, something is always happening in their lives. So these people are not doing this intentionally, it's actually unintentional act of dragging your energy towards themselves, because they don't know how to produce the energy. Maybe they don't practice energy practices, you know. These people, we cannot blame them, but they exist. First of all, what you have to do, you have to stop you know, surrounding yourself with people who drag your energy and who are nagging all the time. But if this happens, because this might be the part of your family, it might be your kid, your spouse, you know, your mother or your father, so you cannot get rid of these people out of your life, right? So they're still in your life, but you have to stop supplying the energy constantly to them. And if there is no choice, you have to supply the energy, that you have to go through the energy cord cutting to bring this energy back to you, you know. So these people will not leave your life, they will still be there in your life, but you will feel lighter, you will feel renewed, you will feel more energetic, you know. So this is how the energy works. Let's go to the other slide. Hello everyone who is joining. So you could see these two people next to each other, and this is our aura, and the colors of our aura, the colors of our energy on the 7 different energy centers. So how does energy cord cutting help? It helps you to heal, because a lot of stress, you know, is stored in our body. If we don't know how to work with stress, how to release stress out of our from our lives and from our body itself, it stores in the body. So basically a lot of ailments happens, and specifically if you look nowadays, people are getting cancerous cells so easily, like this one got cancer, the other one got cancer, that one got sick, this one got sick, and etc etc etc. What is basically, let's take cancer because it's most common. What is cancer? It's a stored emotions and unresolved emotions stored in your body. So energy cord cutting helps to release these emotions which they don't belong to your body, and cleans the energy shield and cleans your physical body. We're not only working with the energy here, we're also working with the physical body in the practices. So that is the beauty. It's not, you know, some people are coming to me and saying, oh, we don't understand what energy is, and will we feel anything during the practice? I say 100%. 100%. If you are a newbie, if you don't believe in energy, if it's hard not to believe in energy, but if you're just very skeptical, I say just come to the practice and you will see your attitude towards energy will change, because you feel it through your physical body, you know, those sensations that you never felt before. And even women and men who are coming on my private sessions, and women in both private and group sessions, some of them, they come throughout this 1.5, what did I say, 1 year 7 months. Every practice, every single women's circle, they are there, and I'm like, you don't have anything to cleanse, kind of, you know. But they say, the answer is like, why are you coming? Because it's on a monthly basis, every full moon, you know. So people are telling me, like, women are saying that we experience such unbelievable emotions during the practice that we cannot get these emotions and feelings anywhere. That's why we're coming to the practice. So when there is nothing to release, you just enhance what you have. And first of all, energy cord cutting helps you to create the healthy bond connection between your partner, because sometimes you might have a fight or some negative emotions in between each other, you know. So it happens on and off. Life is not smooth. Life is not only butterflies, happy days. There are sad days, and being in a relationship is not easy. You have to go through ups and downs. You have to talk to each other. Sometimes there are fights. So how this energy cord cutting helps? It helps you to release these negative emotions so that you feel more positive. And sometimes in a couple, like a man or a woman, that can happen. They're too needy, you know. There is so much love and it's good, but you feel like this person just sticks to you like all the time, and you're like tired, like just go and do your thing from time to time. So also energy cord cutting helps to you know, get rid of this excessive neediness, so that you can find your own hobbies, find your own happiness in life, you know, being with your partner, but not being like a sticker to the partner. If you depend on someone too much, like maybe you're together or not together, but you feel this codependency, and this happens with a lot of women. Sometimes they finish their relationships and still, you know, feeling needy to have this person back in their lives. And I'm like, why? If the person is gone, or you know, you left this person or this relationship, why coming back? Start something new. Like, you know, release this burden of negative energy, release this burden of sadness, feeling needy and dependent. We are all individuals, you know, so it's great to be with someone in a couple, but you are your own personality, right? So that's the thing. And also, let's say when this is when I gave the example in the relationship, but you might not be in the relationship, so it also applicable to family members, to your kids, to the parents, and etc. So I'll talk about it in the next slide. So who needs energy cord cutting? This is like one of the questions I get all the time, and I'll tell you. So if you feel like your energy levels are depleted, both men and women, by the way, there is no one, I wrote it down, there is no one to let go. This is very strange, to be honest, on the slide. I'm like, what's that? Okay, what is that? I got the idea, because I was, you know, preparing with a lot of thoughts in my head. So let's get back to your energy levels are depleted. Sometimes you feel drained. It's hard for you to wake up in the morning. And some people say, like, you need to have a goal and strategy and things like that to wake up, to be always hyper positive stuff, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't work. I have a goal. I have a bigger picture in front of me. I have a lot of tools on how to generate the energy. And sometimes even myself, I wake up in the morning and my battery is low and I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? And I start analyzing. So as a social butterfly, that's what I call myself, I speak to a lot of people on the daily basis. I have clients on the daily basis. I have my Instagram on the daily basis. I have my family on the daily basis. So so I'm distributing the energy to all of them. And it's normal when you distribute your energy to a lot of people and then you feel like I'm out of energy, even with the practices that you do. So part of the feminine embodiment, and even if we're not talking about feminine embodiment because men are watching me as well, is to cleanse your energy from time to time, because there are practices to, everyone is talking about how to generate the energy, but how to cleanse this negative energy, how to bring this your energy back that you distribute to people on the daily basis. This is like rarely anyone I hear talks about it. So you need this practice. If your energy levels are depleted, you may not want to cut off anyone from your life and you have your perfect relationship with anyone. But even though while distributing the energy all the time, you might be out of it. So that's why people come on the monthly basis under the full moon to do the practice. Then the second thing, when there is no one to let go, what I meant when I've already spoke about it, when there is no one to let go, right? And you're super happy. Again, we always do, let's say when we look after our car, we do the maintenance. So this is the same. This practices works like the maintenance, but not to your car, to your body and to your spiritual body. When you're stressed, when you have insomnia or anxiety, panic attacks, and etc., these are stored emotions in your body. So that's why this practice helps you to release big time. Another thing, oh, this picture is just like brings me goosebumps, to be honest. You have feelings of depression and unexpected sadness. And this is one of the things I can have the full webinar about it. When feeling depression and unexpected sadness, again, we're talking about emotions. And when people are going through this phase in their lives, they go on drugs. Some of them, alcohol on a daily basis or a couple of times a week, and then it becomes a habit. Then they have lots of sexual connections, which is also not a good thing, both for women and men, because you're just distributing your energy to people who will not stay in your life for long enough. Then racing. Why did I put racing? It's extreme kind of type of sports, especially for men. Or for women, they go into this heavy sports like weightlifting too much, or boxing. I'm an ex-kickboxer, and I can tell you that, yes, this is me. I can tell you that this is a heavy type of sport, and when you are on this feeling depression or sadness and you just want to punch it out because you don't know the other way, the smoother way. So that's why if you're having this feelings of depression and unexplained sadness, first of all, what you have to do, you have to cleanse your negative emotions and work on them, but I can't say that depression is always bad. No, sometimes being depressed, you realize how happy your life was or could be. So these moments, they actually are good sometimes, not all the time. If you're having depression more than 3 days, you have to look deep into your emotional state, to be honest. If it's less than 3 days, like 1 or 2 days, that's totally fine. Sometimes I just don't do anything and I just buy popcorn or seeds and just watch a movie. I don't want to see anyone. I just put some a romantic movie, cry myself out, do the energy cord cutting, stay with myself, pamper myself, and that's it. And I call it depression days. That can happen to a lot of people. But if you feel it like constantly, you have to look into cleansing your energy shield, because probably there are a lot of emotions that piled in that you cannot let go, and this is causing problems in social life, at work, in your personal life. Because if you're single, okay, it's fine, but you're still communicating with other people, and what do we want from this life? We want to be happy, vibrant, magnetic, and get all of the things that we really deserve. So now the next slide is, again, who needs energy cord cutting? If you have an unresolved conflict, or maybe conflicts, it can be conflicts with people around you, like your relatives, friends, your partners, sometimes your kids, your family members. Even if you're not in touch with them at this particular moment, still, if you're thinking about this conflict on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, it drains you on energy. I'll give you an example. Let's say one of my close friends, she promised to do something for me, and it was very, very important, and then shit happened in her life, and for me it was really important at that time, and she totally forgot to do me a favor, actually gave me a hand of support. And then I found how to solve this, my issue itself, and etc. But she was the one who could really support me. And then every month she kept coming back to me and saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. And on a monthly basis, even on my birthday, it's been like 3 months, I already forgot about this problem that I had, that she had to support me with, and she's still sending me the voicemails with the congratulations on my birthday, and still talking about that situation where she didn't help me. I said, okay, forget about it, like literally forget about it, because you are draining my energy, reminding me of that situation and your energy. So if you have unresolved conflicts with people and you keep remembering this in your head, situation one by one and another by another, so definitely you have to remove them out of your body, out of your energy body, and out of your head totally. So if a person is not connected to this situation, he or she will not even remember about it, right? So if you keep coming back to this unresolved conflicts, you have to work on those. And the longer you keep them, the more energy you're gonna be drained on. Second, you have an obsessive thoughts about another person. If you keep thinking about another person all the time, constantly, whether it's your boss, co-worker, ex-lover, your friend, and etc., it means that this person is dragging your energy. You are actually supplying this energy to this person. And sometimes you may find the situation that when you think about this person all the time, like an obsessive thoughts, you may meet him or her in different places, like very unexpected places. Let's say, in a restaurant where you never even went to, like for the first time you went to this place and oh my god, you see him or her. Or somewhere in the plane, which is really unusual, right? Or on the park, anywhere, So if you have this obsessive thoughts, you are actually supplying your energy for nothing to this person. So again, energy cord cutting is something that you have to look into. You will feel lighter, emotionally lighter, and of course that person will also live his or her life in a happy way. So here's the slide. If you had more than one sexual partner, we're all grown-ups here, so let's talk about sex. Even if you're married now, so in one condition, the energy cords are staying there, connected to all of the partners that you were with throughout the life, from your first sex, from your first intimacy. They stay connected to you only when you are in the relationship with a person with no love. So let's say if it was like your biggest love and you felt it through your heart, so automatically that's how the karma works. All your previous partners getting disconnected out of your shield. If it's like really unconditional love, like really, really unconditional love, which happens really rare in this case, yes, your previous connections are gone. But you know, a lot of the couples now are getting married just for the sake of something. And if we're honest, I don't know, it's the time to have kids, it's the time to have family, it's, you know, my parents want this, XYZ, she or he will be a good fit for me, he is wealthy, she's good looking, she has nice boobs and ass, and she's a great personality, and I'm a great guy, you know, or he's a great guy, you know, why not? I want to be taken care of. So a lot of couples, really, like 80%, which is sad, they connect to each other on because she is, or because he is, because she has, or because he has, because she's so pretty, because he's wealthy, you know, because of this and that, because, you know, because we need to have a family, which is wrong. So if you are in this relationship, or you are connecting to a person because of something, that's not love, right? For love there is no because of, or so that's why if you are honest to yourself and you answer this question, so if it was your case, you definitely have to go through the energy cord cutting and to cut off all of your sexual partners throughout the life, because a woman supplies an energy to a partner for the consecutive, even one night stand, for a consecutive 7 years. So where would you find your energy from? Where would you get your energy from? I mean, you're supplying those, you know, your energy to other people. Some women have one partner, some women have two, some 10, you know, some 20. I'm not judging here totally. I'm neutral, you know. But again, supplying the energy, and even if you're married, right? So in karmic relationship, it can happen. I have a video about the karmic relationship. It can be the case that you're supplying your energy for your lifetime, and this is scary, to be honest. So definitely you have to look into those to understand whether your relationship are karmic or not, and to cut the energy cords. So if you cannot meet the right partner, and there is two things that I want to explain. One thing, when a woman doesn't want to be in the relationship, this is one thing. And when a woman really wants to be in the relationship, she's looking for the relationship, for the family, and just everyone who comes into her life is not Mr. Right. So this is, again, the sign that you need to cleanse your energy shield, and specifically, you know, womb, the women's center, to attract the right partner into your life. So of course you have to be mentally ready, but if you're mentally ready, everything is fine, you're set up for family or relationship whatsoever, and still no one is coming, then you have to look into your energy connections. And if you can't move on from the toxic relationship, so some people, like it was me, you know, after I broke up with my ex, which was a great person. All of the people whom I meet were great people, and this is a little bit personal story now. We were on and off for 3 years, kind of, you know, and I was like, I want to stop it. It's not working well. So when this practice came into my life, I was like, whew, you know, why I didn't know about it before. So my life changed. Like I became more energetic. I released the pain, I released the stress. I became totally different person. I was like a free bird. Now I'm free, with no attachments, nothing. I'm open for something new. So that's how it helps. Another thing is that when you speak often about another person, often in a judgmental way, so it can be not just your partner, but it can be your friend, or you may have a long-lasting friendship, and then the person started changing, you know, started growing, maybe spiritually, financially, in a different way, and people will criticize. So if you are the one who is doing that, judging someone for being someone, you know, for their success, for their beauty, for their shapes, for anything, you know, usually it's coming from women, because men, they don't judge each other, to be honest. That's what I That's what I see. It's more about women, you know. She was this and then she became that, let me judge her. So if you are even thinking, if you having the thoughts, so you are supplying your energy. A woman to a woman is also possible, because it's not only woman to a man. You are supplying your energy to the other person, and you know, why would you do that? You want to keep your energy with you, you know, not to bring the energy to someone else. So this is, again, you have to look into energy cord cutting. The other thing, you're going through a difficult phase in your personal life. And, you know, I would say that everyone has this phase. I will repeat it once again, because I spoke about it in the beginning of the presentation, that life is not just, you know, smooth and bright colors. It has some hard times, and some of the moments in your life are not always beautiful. Some of them are quite ugly, and especially in the relationship, especially when you are two independent people or grown-up people, there can be difficult phase in your life. So what you have to do you have to break up directly? Of course no. But when this negative energy are piling in, you just have to release them. It doesn't mean that the person will leave your life, not at all, but you will just like feel that, oh my god, that fight or that conversation, that argument was so not important, you know. So I love this person, I just want to release this negative emotions. That's it, because we're all human beings. And the next thing, what happens after the practices? Because people ask me, so what's gonna happen during the practices? You have to come on my private sessions, book the private session with me, or come to the women's circles, because now at the moment it's only about the public sessions are for women only, but my private sessions are also for men. So what happens after the practice? Let's go to that. First of all, definitely 100% you will restore your energy back, and you will feel lighter, you would feel calmer, you will feel like you remove this burden out of your chest. First of all, you will remove your improve your emotional state, and specifically you would feel it next day. Some people, they feel a little bit heavy, like they want to sleep, they don't want to do anything, because we actually, it's like a wound. Imagine you are having a wound, and then you have to clean it first and then heal it. So that's what happens when we do the energy cord cutting. Your body and your energy and your energetic body is also like kind of I would say a wound. If it's hurting you, you need to heal. So first of all, we clean the wound and then we heal it. So some people who come, like women, to my women's circles often, like on a monthly basis, they feel energetic, they feel energized. Some say that we cannot sleep at night at all, you know, we can conquer the world, like full of energy, because you're unblocking your energy to circulate. And for those who are really in pain and going through a hard time, it may be a little bit challenging for 1 or 2 days, because it's normal, and then it goes back to a lighter state. You understand more things, you know, the insights are coming into your life, and it changes you. It really changes you, and it can help from the first time. It actually does. You will start attracting new people into your life. That's what we all want, because you will be so full of energy, magnetic, vibrant, and both men and women, by the way, because some men, they also get really depressed on a lot of things. It's not just only about women. So you will feel hyper, like a lot of energy, like really vibrant. Then what is the best time for the energy cord cutting? I do it only 3 days a month. First of all, it's 1 day before the full moon. full moon and 1 day after. Of course, there are practices where you can do the energy cord cutting on the daily basis, even the meditations that you can do, but it takes longer time, minimum 40 days. For the energy cord cutting is 40 days. Specifically, if you're doing it on your own, there are practices like that, and they're very challenging. So it's better to do it once within 2 to 3 hours, and keep maintaining your energy levels. So it's a full moon. And now it's Q&A. I see that you probably have questions. So I'm not sure what time is that because I don't really see it here. So Q&A, please write your questions here if you have any questions. I hope people who stayed till the end got benefits out of the session, and those who will watch this video recorded will get more clear picture on the energy cord cutting. So let's see, if you don't have any questions, I will just say goodbye to you. Let me just remove the pictures. And yeah, thank you for being with me today. Thank you for connecting, and yeah, see you soon on other live sessions.